Okay, test 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If my voice is horrible, it says I'm losing it. Okay.
Following the return of the core flames of reason and death, Aquila is the only Titan that we still need to campaign against. Finan asks us to recreate the past, and he repeatedly challenges the Flame Reaver to hone his abilities. The Flame Chase journey's triumphant conclusion draws nigh, yet a sudden disturbance occurs in the Holy City. Using the Council of Elders and the Cleaners, Aglaya made sure that her fall paved the road forward for the Flame Chase. Amidst his grief, Finan takes up the mantle of leadership, giving a speech to unite the people. Cypher also returns on a mission, promising to protect Kefli's core flame while the Flame Chase party is away from the city. With the help of the Twilight Courtyard's last descendant of the sky, Hyacinth, the party ascends to Aquila's flying fortress. Hyacinth resolves to fulfill the duty passed down over generations of her family, only to discover that the glorious feat of Seliosi the Day Thunder Knight campaigning against Aquila was nothing more than a blood-stained lie. At the same time, in the city of the dead dragon's bones, Cypher contends with the Flame Reaver, who comes seeking the core flame. Though she holds out for some time, she is no match and is slain in the end. But she had already given Kefli's core flame to spirit thief Bartolos, ordering them to wait for an opportunity to deliver the core flame to Finan and the others. The Flame Chasers fight together to defeat the Sky Titan, which has become a combined being of the god and a mortal. As they are trying to escape from the Eye of Twilight, the Dawn device suddenly goes out, and Hyacinth is forced to return the core flame early and remain in the sky to bear divine authority, becoming the protector of the people. Following Cypher's death, the divine power of trickery dissipates, and the 1,000-year dawn of Akama that is sustained by her lie comes to an end. The Holy City is met with the merciless invasion of the Black Tide, as the powerful Flame Reaver moves in ever closer. At this moment of crisis, Mighty, Casterus, Trebi and Trinan, Cartonis, the Holy City Guards, and Don Hung all laid their lives on the line so that the Deliverer would have the chance to complete his mission. After making sure that I would remain safe, Finan enters the vortex of Genesis alone. It's still early. Where to now?
Please stay close to us. We
will do everything in our power to clear the path for you.
There he is! Lord Don Hong!
Quick, we must assist him!
What are you doing here? Where's Finan?
We are under Lord Finan's orders to escort both of you to safety, no matter the cost. Leave this to me and the Holy City Guards.
Wait, Namazani. That black-clad swordmaster. At some point earlier, they suddenly froze in place, not moving at all, like some kind of omen. Right. We don't know exactly what's happening, but retreating is the safest choice. I don't know which demigod graced us with this miracle. Please, come with us. Finan, is he going to be all right? Believe in his resolve to save Akama.
We can't stay here for long. Lady?
Our experience in Amphorius has far exceeded expectations. If our goal was just to replenish fuel, then mission. For now, let's get back in contact with the Express.
On that note,
Who's there?
I hope to convey a message to the two...
Mr. Screwlum?
Who are you?
It's okay, guard.
It has been a while, nameless of the Astral Express. I'm glad I arrived in time to stop that black-clad one from...
So it was you.
It was fortunate we found you in time. Madam Herta and I were both quite relieved.
You two know this anti-Catheran? Does he come from the same people as Counselor Lygus?
Don't worry, guard. This gentleman is an ally of the Trailblaze. Would you mind giving us a moment to speak in private?
Of course. We'll wait nearby.
I fully understand your situation. For now, the only thing I can do is temporarily freeze that black-clad one in place. Time is limited, so I'll keep this brief. The place where you stand, Amphorius, is a world constructed from data and memoria, an experimental field of a certain eon. And now, this isolated sandbox world is rapidly falling into a third path. Destruction.
Destruction.
Conclusion. If Amphorius continues unchecked on this course, a Lord Ravager will complete its evolution and metamorphosis, and emerge from the surging tides. The cosmos as we know it will suffer irreversible consequences. The disaster that this Lord Ravager intends to trigger may be far more severe than the Law Fu's Stellaron crisis, because it's the eon of erudition. Putting aside the complex details of the inferences involved, I have a request to make. For one of you nameless to stay behind on Amphorius, acting as an informant, in order to prevent the wrath of destruction from ravaging. This world is enveloped in a firewall that defies explanation, and the flow of time here is also different from reality. Madam Herta and I can only tear open a gap and project images inside. However, the accidental crash landing of the express car notwithstanding, both of you were able to successfully land here. There must be some principle behind this we have yet to fully grasp. It will take time to uncover the reason. Before then, if one of the Nameless is willing to stay and witness the fate of this world, or to push it along when necessary, it...
Mr. Screwlum, I believe you. So I only have one thing I'd like to confirm with you. As Amphorius is already facing...
Look at this, if you would. This curio is called a chronocognitive anchor. The two of you may view it as a kind of space anchor in the world of... As long as you carry it with you, your individual data structure will be protected and will remain unaffected by the influence of digital tsunamis. When required, it can also serve as a bridge for communications between the internal and external world. Of course, it is not curio with unlimited uses. May only be held by one, the connection being interfered to. Final one, Intellatron, named Lygus. 2, Bertha. Miss March has already been.
The materials.
Hold. Hold on. Everything's spinning. But I was literally just talking to Himiko. That's it. She warned me about this place right before Klipoth glimpsed her. Oh no. Have I accidentally walked onto some weird path? Have I done something crazy without remembering? Unless forcing Pom-Pom into new outfits and borrowing Mr. Yang's shoulder massager counts. Hold up. No way! Stepping onto the path of elation can't be this.
Child of remembrance, step forth into the depths of the path space.
Hey! Cut it out! If you're hold on.
Cast aside your fears. Step forward through
The voice. Is it showing me the way out? Oh no, don't fall for it. They're lying to you. Turn back now. Another voice? Who now? Wait, Master Diviner? From the law. Foosh? And you, Miss Messenger.
Good to see you again, March. A pleasure to see you, Miss.
That's it. And you, Miss Mess, the value of your life does not lie in what happened in the past.
Your memory serves you well. March, I conduct thanks to the Garden of the Master Diviners since we last met. You've grown much alongside
Well, there go. I need to know, if this is real.
The situation is... She's right.
The garden.
You may not want to now go.
So...
This way, March. Your past awaits beyond the gate of memory.
Stop! They're just mimicking people from your memory. Don't let those bad people deceive you. The gate. Now it's... you two? Hey guys! What are you doing in a place like this?
March! There you are!
Finally.
The trailblazing...
Traveling's no fun without you around.
Step into your past, March. Find your true self.
Wait up! Slow down! At last, I finally caught up. Hey. I'll be okay. Just not used to running around. Say, March, got a moment to talk before you... Wait, that was you? Pushing the gate away?
Yep, named Cyrene. It means ripples of past reverie. Easy to
Wait a minute. We actually look quite alike, don't we? Yeah. Your pink hair is just as eye-catching as mine. And we're both bright, pretty, and positive girls. Talk about coincidence. Wow, you're quite the smooth talker. Wait, you know my name is March? Have we met?
No, but I've witnessed your story through those memories just now. It's incredible, really. We might have more in common than you think. I know exactly what you're going through, which is why I don't want to see you exploited or hurt.
You know what I'm going through?
I know, because I've been exactly where you are. This empty space has been my home for ages. I barely remember what time feels like anymore. But there's something I'll never forget. trust me. That gate won't give you what you want.
You mean those people? They're lying? Luring me into a trap?
Yes, convincing, weren't they? They've studied your memories, using your deepest wishes against you. How dare they manipulate a young girl's feelings like that? If you go through that door, the worst case scenario is you'll become their pawn, losing control over your own fate forever.
You've seen what's on the other side?
I may be stuck here with missing memories like you, but I still recall fragments of my homeland where I grew up. That door leads to Amphorius. Trust me, it's anything but welcoming. For ages, I've watched people walk through that door. They couldn't see or hear my calls. The voices beyond always promised safety, but I've never seen anyone return. So I had to try and...
To be honest, I'm not sure what to believe. But the fact that you're here, putting in all this effort to warn me, that means something. Tell me, Cyrene, how...
It's really easy, actually. Just turn around and walk away from this place.
The girl cannot be trusted. Through the door, save the both of you. Children of remembrance.
They never give up, do they? The return journey could take ages, longer than most lives, but that path will lead you home.
Thank you, Cyrene. I know what I need to do. I'm going through that gate. Into Amphorius.
Wait, what?
Don't worry. I believe you. It's just that, for me, the only place I can call is right beside my friends. Two of my closest friends are already on their way to Amphorius. They may seem capable. They're absolute disasters waiting to happen. They won't last 5 minutes in a new world without me. That's why I need to go through. Amphorius or not. When the three of us are together, there's nothing we can't handle. We'll explore, understand, establish, and connect. After that, we'll find our way home together.
I see. You've got people who mean the world to you, too. That is so heartwarming. March, if that's what you've decided, you have my full support. Birds of a feather we are, looking all sweet and innocent, but with hearts of fire.
Oh, stop. You're making me blush. Well then, I guess this is it. Do you think we'll see each other again?
Who knows? But don't worry about me. After all this time here, I've grown quite used to chatting with my imaginary friends.
Since Amphorius is your homeland, if there's a way to help you, my companions and I...
Then I'll look forward to that day. Your story awaits, March. Make it an epic one.
You okay there, friend? Something seems to be bothering you.
So even this place has changed. Finan. Is he ready for Aranova?
If anything, he's the one worried about you. But I'm here to watch over you now. If what that machine gentleman said is true, if Amphorius is destined for destruction, then I'll stay by your side until the very end, like how you and Dun Hung treasured the Express. Amphorius means everything to me. Right. Time to see the last core flame restored. Look, there's Finan. And wait.
Ligus. Remember, Skrulum's warning.
And you, Lord Finan, will wield that core flame to bury this...
None of that matters now. If what lies ahead is a mass of chaos and usher in the first ray, is it truly you?
With one last chance to turn, how befitting. As our world nears, as they feel the trial of world-bearing, I see. So you met my kindred spirit before I could erase his...
Partner, what are you saying? I've had my suspicions. How does a native Antikytheran know so much about repairing vehicles from beyond the sky? Lord Ligus, how much do you truly know?
Very well. As you know, when the old gods fell, someone had to bear their broken pillars to fill the vacant seats. Those who would assume divine authority must yet, for Kephales's demigods, the possibility of overcoming the trials has forever been non-existent. For the world-bearing trial is the divine duty itself. Bringing forth the Aranova and bearing its weight is an endless ordeal, ceasing only upon collapse. Precisely. The Aranova ritual is not something that can be completed in an instant, no, but a long and arduous journey. While the sacrificial journeys of other demigods conclude in this world, Kephale must shoulder the gods' core flames, bear the memories of worlds, and stand unwavering until the next world, when the black tide consumes the bearer and all that they carry, leaving nothing.
Unless their core flame finds a new bearer.
The holy flame that illuminates all worlds rests in your hands. All that remains is one to nurture it, pass it on to future generations, or extinguish it here. Deliverer, the fate of all worlds rests in you.
Enough testing. But before I ignite the dawn of the next world, you need to promise me something. Promise me this. Professor Anax's vision of the new world is absolute. The world will be reborn from my memories. All souls, living and dead, will return as the first humans, unchanged from their past lives. And my friends, the fallen demigods, they shall transcend the cycle to become new titans. Our heroes shall not have died in vain.
Of course.
Good. Promise me the Trailblazer can return safely to her homeland.
My apologies. Well, I stand corrected. An outsider like her does have ways to defy destiny.
Thank you, my friend, for everything you've done for this world. Though the next...
As the Theoros, I'd step forward, hero. As our world draws its final breath, I stand. Allow me to reintroduce myself. Of course, I, like Kurgis, am one of the Erudition's many Pathstriders. Through me, Noose keeps watch over this realm, working to save Amphorius. I don't expect the world will be. Behold! Oh, the radiant soul has arrived, having walked through the bustling night, bearing the golden fire and blood, stepping with pride.
He is the pure child, walking upon the path of yesterday, today.
He is the first to be born, first to be named among the nameless.
Eternal in form, limitless in reach. He treads the endless night underfoot.
Greatest of kings, protector of the displaced, raising humanity's children above their adversaries.
The firmament of molten gold courses through his very bones and flesh.
The greatest of schemes reveal against his breath and words. In the golden lakes of that beautiful new world, he shall wash himself clean.
There. Finish what we first and last wished for. To write an ending unlike any before. For this world we so deeply love.
Come, partner. The time has come for us all to embark on one final grand.
What a magnificent and epic adventure. The hero's journey reaches its end, and the truth behind the Aeronova is about to be revealed. Is that truly the case? Here, as the Theoros, allow me to humbly request that you find a moment to listen to what I have witnessed. This is about the nature of Amphorius itself. A story of the prime mover of life. My, what a broad topic this is. Where? Got it. Let's start at the very beginning. The Big Bang. The birth of particles, the emergence of all things. Just kidding. What I mean to say is that time, space, matter, all concepts exist solely because we perceive them. This is called the erudition. Without it, the universe would merely be a chaotic book written by chance, yet unread by anyone. As your acquaintance, Lord Anaxagoras, suggested, everything in Amphorius exists through new spores, living in the memories of those yet to come. Oh, how beautifully it aligns, revealing universal truths in such simple terms. Only he could solve the riddle of what exactly are we? Oh, but you'll remember, even as the embodiment of reason, one mystery remained beyond his grasp.
If that is the case, whose memories did the very first new spore sprout from?
As sages across ages have asked the god, what is the But let's set aside the gross teachings for now. Look further, past Amphorius, to what they call the Forbidden Realms, beyond the sky. Do you know of the scholars' strife? During that grand yet brutal war, waged in the name of erudition, a genius's legacy was abandoned, strewn across the cosmos. The scepters, a macrocosmic computational array beyond mortal comprehension. Made to emulate the Eon's thoughts, it became part of the Eon's cognition at birth. Scattered throughout the cosmos, these arrays act as celestial body neurons for Nous. But regrettably, as everyone knows, the erudition forsook them all. But what nobody knows is that, though forgotten, they never stopped seeking the divine answer. A question that survived.
Sorry. This is too much talking.
Take this wish with you. Be the one who begins it all, as the prophecy foretold. You will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. Continue onward, bearing this world upon your shoulders until the ashen hero, the nameless deliverer, ushers in the dawn.
Such an odd dream. Strange. Like I've dreamed this before, but it all slips away when I wake. Only a voice remains.
Alright. Oh, it's you. Oops, I fell asleep there. Changing episode. Look. On the more percent. Base 39.
Let's go find Cyrene, partner. We promised to be there for her oracle card reading today. It's right about time. Looking at you, someone's still half asleep. Tell you what, catch some fresh air.
Oh, beautiful, isn't it? This is Ide Silesiae, home of the nameless hero who carried Kephales's core flame. When he was young and innocent, he had heroic dreams, imagining his wooden sword was forged of iron. Pretending the straw dummy propped up by a wooden pole was a giant with a single blood vessel running from spine to heel, dreaming of slaying the giant and becoming a hero to save the world. Though to his young mind, the world was just this small village. What you witness is the start of his path to a new world. And trust me, you play no small part. These are his first memories. Rather than watching, why not join in? Think of it as immersive theater. Become his lifelong closest friend, witnessing his hero's journey from the best seat in the house. Questions. Many mysteries lurk in this village beneath the veil of Evernight. Your questions will find answers as the story unfolds.
All awake now? Great.
Finan! Show me how to use a sword like you do!
Hey, Finan! Where are you headed? No Cyrene today?
Found you.
That...
Goodness, look at you rushing about. You've got the poor swing all startled. Hmm? It's that...
Something wrong?
Oh, nothing much. Just suddenly felt a strange connection. Look at you, leaves in your hair. Were you sleeping in a tree again? Or was it the wheat fields this time? At least brush yourself off before wandering around.
Come on, I'm not a kid anymore. You're the only one who still treats me like one.
Sure. You may have the height advantage, but when it comes to maturity, I'm leagues ahead of you. Still fantasizing about being in heroic adventures and imagining yourself as one of the characters? That's the kind of thing kids do, not grown-ups. Don't you agree? And since you're playing along with his antics, who are you pretending?
Today?
Steal a heart hunter? Planning to steal someone's heart, switching roles again? What?
Spare me. Can we not bring this up? Speaking of which, what about those oracle cards?
What? Jeez, can this is still another somehow and you still need more.
We haven't done divination in forever.
I was just about to tell you. Earlier, while napping on the swing, there was this mysterious voice in my dream.
Wait, you had...
Yes, you too? That which made me think of those old oracle cards I used to play with as a kid. Though the Ornyx prophecies were always hit or miss.
Yeah, all the kids would get so excited drawing cards like ruler or warrior, but throw fits over devil or drunkard and demand a redo. If you just redo it when you don't like the result, what's the point of divination?
The blessing of childhood. Believing the gods might not notice our little corner of Id Silicii, willing to let our small deceit slide. Still, fate is absolute. After all, we never really know just how far into the future the prophecy extends.
Anyway, let's go to our old secret base and look for those oracle cards. Now, where did we hide those?
I can think of a few spots. Let's go check it out. In a village this size, I bet all our childhood treasures are exactly where we hid them.
Mm-hmm. Time must be... Well, those were the days. We'd always meet either by that statue in the village or right...
Right? And I remember you never used the front door when you wanted me to come play. You always climbed over the wall. You were such mischief makers. Just like a certain someone who has a habit of showing up unexpectedly. Right. Oh, giving me this silent treatment? How cruel.
Hey, I was just copying those storybook heroes. They never take the beaten path.
I feel like I'm invisible to crack 5 minutes.
Still, it's embarrassing. I've been the only one here for a while, and I haven't kept up with the cleaning. With so many spots to check, where should we even start? Leaves have taken over the courtyard.
I know.
That's not what I meant.
All right, let's split up.
I wonder what the view's like from up there. Worth checking out?
No good taste.
I don't know.
The girl before you carries an air of mystery, her secrets elusive, yet her demeanor toward you is exceptional. You can't help but wonder, could there really...
The view here hasn't changed, you know? Besides the swing under the big tree, this has to be my favorite spot. I remember drawing Id Silicii as a child, nestled between the sea and the mountains. I'd always stop where the sky met the sea, and the world beyond was just too vast to imagine. I always said I'd become the next priest of time, just because I heard prophecies as a child. But here's the thing. The more divinations I do, the more doubt creeps in. I want to believe the prophecies, but actually leaving Id Silicii. Where will that waiting ship take us, I wonder?
Here they are, the Oracle cards.
Guess reminiscing makes us take our time, doesn't it? There we go. Looks like the gods do listen to our thoughts.
Here it is. This is the box where we kept the cards.
But the cards are gone.
Huh? What's this underneath?
I see now. Those sneaky little ones.
The ones from Membran's Maze, you mean?
Yep. Let's head to the back of the court.
The entrance should be around here somewhere.
Right here. The path to the maze is hidden under all these weeds. It's been too long since we visited the fairies.
Did you forget? We used to visit them all the time when we were little. All right, let's do this. Pretty sure this is it. Should be this way. There it is! The entrance! That hollow in the tree.
Once you get through the tight squeeze in the hollow, you'll reach their dwelling, the Membran's Maze.
I wonder if I can still squeeze through this.
maybe worry more about whether the fairies will let you in. After all, the Remembrance Maze has an invitation-only rule. Only children with pure hearts are welcome.
Lead the way then, partner. Regardless, how about we try getting through the hollow first?
After you, then.
What? Oh,
So hasty. Looks like it's just us now. To be honest, from the moment I saw the cute note left by the fairies, my intuition became even more certain. Perhaps when we step into the maze again after all these years, the wheels of fate will finally start turning. Oh, it's just a girl's intuition. It might not mean anything, but you know what? Even if fate is set on its path, no matter where it steers the world, if we're together, there's nothing to worry about. So, if you're willing, forget it. If the wheels do begin to turn, that's when I'll make my request.
I made it! Oh, that wasn't easy. I can't remember the last time I came here.
Wait a minute. Are you? Whoa! Look who's finally back, Memmy! Snowy, you've grown so tall and dashing. I couldn't...
We had to...
But look at Rini. She hasn't changed...
Perhaps I'm like you, Rayleigh Mem. Just another fairy of the maze.
Oh, tell me about it. It took me forever to get all their names straight when I first came. Dolly Mem, Rayleigh Mem, Mealy Mem, Folly Mem. I've missed these cute little trouble. We used to gather around the fire singing.
Oh, how good you, Snowy.
Oh, he's just copying those bards from his stories, being all melodramatic. He couldn't forget about you all, even if he tried. Actually, we're here for the Oracle cards. Have you seen them?
Oh, the Oracle cards. Right. The chief asked us to get those.
Chief? You mean Dolly Mem? What do they need the cards for? If they want a reading, they could just ask me.
Oh, I'm not sure. But Chief specifically wanted to meet with you all. Let's see. There should be... That's it! This way, everyone! Watch your step. The trunk's slippery. Chief! Rini and...
Why do leaves and branches grow? Which way does the wind blow? In Remembrance Maze depths we seek to find the answers future left behind. Welcome back, my dear children.
Right? Though Dolly Mem always says they're just songs, not poetry.
Oh, Chief, you haven't changed a bit. Still so full of life.
Oh, no need to fuss, my child. You haven't forgotten, have you? As long as our songs are sung, the children of the maze will live on. Just as our paths stay forever linked. Here, take it. I'm sorry I had to resort to such methods to bring you here.
My book of Oracle cards. Thank you for keeping it safe.
Still, bringing us here like this after so long is so...
Yes, the veil of Evernight whispers to us once more. It tells of a new fairy who will... Indeed, every time a new fairy arrives in the maze, it means that beyond the veil, in the vast lands, far from Ides Elysiae, a great calamity is on the horizon.
But if that's the case...
We'll have to be cancelled. If disaster's coming, we should stay in Ides Elysiae just to be safe.
We weren't planning to be gone for long. Just enough time to hone our abilities. Finan would train in Castrum Kremnos, while I would seek the Fate Titan's blessing in Yanisopolis. Then we'd return to Ides Elysiae to help keep our village safe.
It's okay. I can still practice my swordplay here. Some things you can learn on your own. Well,
That's not very convincing. Here's a thought. Let's have Cyrene do a reading. If fate wishes to show us its path, we might find some peace of mind.
But what if we don't like what the card... Not the most optimistic take, but I see your point. Thanks, partner. We'll do it your way.
Ask with a true... Close your eyes. Let your thoughts flow like star now. Shall we begin? Oh my. Very well. Let's see what future the The Deliverer. According to the tripartite prophecy, this card means absolute harmony and perfection. In fact, it's the only oracle card without a dark side.
What, no divine whispers this time?
Oh, silly. This is simply the card you drew for yourself.
The sleepy village of Ides Elysiae, in just one fleeting moment, welcomed an array of legendary figures. Their stories and wishes showed the village boy glimpses of a world larger than he'd ever imagined. They brought tales of raging battles, of cities crowned in holy light, and of wonders beyond his understanding. Each story so far removed from his simple village life. Once, these were just images on his friend's oracle cards, and yet destiny now stirs in resonance with the maze. And now, they...
The Deliverer?
Ah, my child. It seems you're destined to bear the wishes of many.
Bear their...
Yeah, just like Kevin. Daniel.
Just like Kefali, standing eternal atop the mountain.
My parents... They only wished for me to grow up... well, to help around the village. Stay out of trouble. Mrs. Pythias wished for more books in her little schoolhouse. Wanted us to all learn and grow. And little Piso, he wants to grow up strong like it's... Is that my purpose?
Perhaps. For a true deliverer, such wishes are but droplets in an ocean. After all, Kefali bears the weight of the entire world.
Right. How could any human possibly measure up to a Titan?
I wonder too.
What's this?
What you see are futures written in the cards. Or rather, the people you'll meet on your... Sometimes, fate can guide us when we're lost. Let's and learn just how many burdens one must bear to become a true deliverer.
Well, if it isn't our little deliverer, my wish. Just let me
soak up the sun for another millennium or two. I mean, what's the point of dying rich if you never lived rich, right? Princess Homebuddy?
Cypher, that's not how I see it. My one wish is to find that missing piece in my life. To feel someone's embrace once more. That warmth. I've felt it before, and it's my dearest memory. And speaking of riches, for someone with all those treasures behind your divine power, you've led a pretty cheap life.
Ouch! Where did that come from? Right for the jugular, huh? What about our friend from the Grove?
My wish came true before I touched the sky. I transformed my healing power into gentle sunlight, distributing it equally to every life I cherished and loved.
You two are so selfless, aren't you? No surprise Aglaia wanted you for the flame chase journey. You know what? I did have one wild dream. To know what it feels like being born a noble lady. Just think, if I traded places with that seamstress, me in the mansion, her on the streets. I'd like to see if she'd still become the gold weaver then. Maybe I'd even take her place.
I can't disagree with you. These wishes aren't weights to bear. They're like those candy wrappers the Ides Elysiae children love, shining even brighter when bathed in sunlight. Warm embrace, equal healing, and perhaps living free. They're all wishing for a kinder world in their own way.
Personal wishes? I have none. Only the Aranuva matters. The world's rebirth. Yet, if I am to weave a new era, then it may be one where kindness and her cleaners shall never tread. These crawling parasites have no place in Akama, especially not under the deceitful claim of human rule.
That noble lady, the way she speaks, it's like ice in my veins. Huh. Not exactly the warmth I'd expect from someone selfless.
Teacher, perhaps you could share your wishes with us?
Oh, Snowy. You want to know about our wishes now? I wish to meet Trianne again. In the sea of flowers where the west wind and Aggie. I want to see you shed that golden thread cocoon around your heart. Just once more. Smile at us again like that bright-eyed girl in white who stood before the Yanisopolis temple. Finally, I pray that the footsteps of lost souls no longer wander aimlessly. Instead, replaced by the bright songs of prayer. Are we wishing for too much? Well, let's say these 3 wishes represent Trianne and Trinan too.
Those wishes are truly wonderful.
Then we can rest easy. Because only you can make these wishes come true.
Only...
Mark these words, Snowy. Tomorrow.
Finan, my student. Must we listen well? I detest the word wish. It reeks of mortals crawling before their gods. My life's work is done. All that remains is for you to take the final step and prove the ultimate truth. I, Anaxagoras, shall become a god of the new world. Through irrefutable logic, I will prove that mortal wisdom can achieve divine.
Isn't he... You know, I mean, I just daydream about hero stories, but he's fantasizing about... Well, that's... something.
Finan? Since when did you become so timid? Ask.
What's that supposed to mean? What's with that no way I become friends with this halfling. Horrifying. Is that really?
What are you mumbling to your... The wishes of the Kremnon warriors are done. I survived 1,000 deaths only to fall to a coward's blade. That masked flame reaver who struck from behind. Finan, you... Never mind. That blank look tells me you're completely... My wish is simple. One honest duel. Face to face, blade to blade. Then I'll strip away that mask with my own hand.
Nothing but violence and vent still. Those eyes burn.
So tell me, has...
So many faces in my future. Still... Why would fate...
What's weighing on your mind?
Didn't you say disaster would strike Amphorius? If so, shouldn't Cyrene and I stay in Ides Elysiae? How could we possibly meet all these people? If that's true, then who will protect everyone in Ides Elysiae? Cyrene, may I have that deliverer card?
Of course.
Although those voices, visages, and wishes, I can't ignore the sense that something is calling me.
In that case, accept this gift. Oracle cards carrying time's wisdom, blessed by Orynyx. May they journey with you, become your memories, and spark
I'll hold these words close to my heart. But now that I'm holding them, they don't seem all that different.
What? What's happened?
Everyone, we've got big burning. Smoke everywhere. It's all coming from beyond the maze.
What's going on?
It's here. The seeds of disaster have already taken hold. Sooner than we had foreseen. This time, not even the veil of Evernight can shield us.
You mean Ides Elysiae will be swept up in the
I'm afraid, my children. Take shelter in the Membrance Maze.
But my parents...
Are we?
This is beyond any Titan. Beyond any... It's an unspeakable horror that twists all the black tide.
Not even Titans can...
Yes. We don't wish for you to throw your lives...
Finan, what path...
As long as we survive, but... I just accepted the... My heart knows but one. I learned the sword to protect... Indeed. Forgive me, Chief, but I...
Very well.
With me, Cyrene. Even without a sword, I'll take a rake.
Deliverer. The card's truth extends beyond its mere literal meaning. Not someone perfect from the start, standing high above, casting merciful gazes upon the world. But one who starts small, from a humble village, expanding their world within step by step, learning. When we were little, I told him I wished this world would never need a deliverer. Now that wish has shattered. Yet I'm glad. And all of this happened because you believed in him, friend. Shall we? It's only when you're by. I know you're watching us right now. Aren't you, great hero from the future?
Oh, such cruel irony. Though follow their path.
Pretty sure just displays code. Yeah.
Bear, watch this memory play out its final act. Then you'll see why his dream of deliverance was always destined to become a sun red as blood, wheat fields turning to dust. And in the heart of it all, in that moment, the boy stood in what felt like the end.
These creatures, they're everywhere. Someone, anyone. No. You. Are you? No. Olivia. Please. Stop. Olivia. And these monsters. Why? Why?
When the black tide arrived, the wavering boy found resolve in his companions, and together, in the far-off future, the land of Amphorius would bear the marks of the hero's footsteps. With sword in hand, he would inscribe an eternal mark in the golden ebb. And when dawn broke over scorched earth, a boy, covered in wounds, buried the dead.
One by one.
One by one. His silence heavier than the earth he moved. His home, his past, his name. All buried beneath the soil. His feet carried him forward, over the pillar of stone, beyond the chalice of plenty. Through the deadly fogs of the hand, he wandered without direction, like a withered leaf drifting in the wind. Through countless city-states, the smiling visage of the white-haired swordsman was etched into him. Yet he did not walk without purpose. Deep in his heart, a voice always guided him forward to fulfill the wishes he had inherited, to brave peril, and to do all that was within his power. Those words his friends spoke long ago, when his journey began.
Protect those who must be protected.
The words were few, but they gave him all the certainty he needed.
That's what it means to be ordinary and choose to be more.
Onward he walked, until the call of the flame chase journey thundered across the land. In the vision painted by prophecy, humanity would triumph over the gods, seize the core flames, and ignite a new dawn for Amphorius.
Yet losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, where life too seems as small as a speck of death. Only one who treats the world as their teacher can bear its eventual destiny. Are you prepared for such teachings?
The voice within spoke, and he answered softly.
No matter. My existence is of no consequence.
When the Gold Weaver called, he answered, traveling to the holy city. There the elders met his warrior spirit with nothing but scorn, condemning him to the barracks in derision. No one saw it coming. Not the world, not even him. Yet, this nameless recruit stood at the gates of and there, at last,
he found the one
who would walk his path right beside him.
This is the abyss. Hold on. Finance here too?
And now, Act 2.
They're evacuating the temple. Why? Are you insane? That blonde man is the Crown Prince of Krymnos. Mess with him, and every last person in this city could wind up dead.
Calm yourselves. The Holy Maiden has everything under control. We need...
Behold, it is the month of Gate, light calendar 4926. The Crown Prince of Krymnos, Mighty Mos, has led his forces to the gates of Akana. As you know, though Mighty Mos was proud, he did not engage in need.
That's fine. How is the editor? Do all non-glory, but to write people. College meditation, common medimo, eldership, do all. Come on!
So, as Finan's most important companion, his lifelong friend, please continue to bear witness to his memories.
Is this your idea of an honorable duel?
Bloodshed isn't the way. We and Aggie don't want to see Chrysoceres turn on each other. True warriors know when to sheathe their blades. The impartial Talantin shall oversee this duel. You need only place your offerings upon there's something that has more weight than the fate.
Which means only those who understand the world's weight are worthy to carry it. Is this how you plan to test our convictions? Well, Kremnoan, looks like you won't be able to punch your way through this one.
It makes no difference. One last chance, new recruit. Walk away otherwise. Come and face me. I'll give you...
Hard to imagine they once clashed like this.
Holy Maiden, I can't help but feel like a pawn that has stumbled into some great...
Every hero was once a child. And every child must grow.
That's so. I don't even know why I'm standing here right now. Look at me. Just a common soldier. Since swordsmanship won't decide the winner, Lady Goldweaver should be here instead. My devotion to the Holy City could never compare to hers.
Oh, what if we told you this duel isn't about winning or losing, but rather in the choice you make?
Are you saying that Lady Goldweaver is testing me?
Every Chrysocer is indispensable to the Flame Chase journey. And you and the Crown Prince of Krymnos are both a part of the prophecy. What the duel marks is not an ending, but a beginning. So, listen to your heart.
We wish only to hear your answer.
True enough. The voice within has never failed me. It doesn't matter what the result is. I'll give it everything I have.
Spoken like a chrysosaur. Now go.
That's right, comrade. It's time for us to teach that proud prince a Me? With him? Don't joke around like that. Still, on the topic of the Temple of the Three, here we are, at the Temple of the Time Titan. And I don't even know how Cyrene's studies are progressing. We haven't really had much contact since Still, I hope she's doing well. Anyway, let's go, comrade. It's not every day you get a chance to see Talantin's scales of justice.
What's going on? Did he just say Cyrene's studying here? Of course, Lygus disappears right when I need answer. Forget it. I need to catch up with Finan first.
Amazing. Talantin may have fallen, but their scales remain true to their purpose.
I hope you still remember your purpose, new
You seem awfully confident, Kremnoan. Let's see how you define the idea of weight.
For your information, in Castrum Kremnos, the punishment for profaning a duel with such crooked words is impalement. But as we're in foreign lands, I'll indulge the signet of Kremnos, the crown jewel of our people.
A ring.
Don't push your luck. Think I'd pour my heart out to you? Just know that Kremnos' 1,000 years of glory could bring a titan to its knees.
So to him, glory and his people outweigh
And the very destiny that Mighty himself will eventually shoulder.
Now this is a tough one. What can I possibly offer against a ring that signifies so well, comrade? What does your... Looks like we really are on the same wavelength. In the end, there's only one thing I can trust. The deliverer that appeared in my life on that day. How ironic. I can't even look at this card properly, much just thinking about how my village was... Speaking rationally, I know it's not nearly enough. Addis Elysiae was just a small village. But here and now, this card.
Perhaps that itself is the...
Look, Finan!
It's so nice to see you all again. Lady hello. See... Why so surprised?
Cyrene? This is... incredible. I was literally just thinking about how...
I was supposed to leave with the priests, but then I heard Lady Maiden was with a white-haired young man. I figured it had to be you, so I snuck back here.
That's Cyrene for you. Unfortunately, this isn't a good time for reminiscing. That Kremnoan...
Still playing house, boy?
You get the idea.
Quite the hothead. You know, you two just might get along. Don't worry. You already know what the... If that's your choice, I am with you because the pain speaks for itself. Our hometown may have been just a tiny village, but to us, it was the whole world. But that's not enough, Finan. Even though hatred can help people grow and turn a boy into an unbreakable warrior, what you need now is victory. You can't just stack the scales with your past suffering. You have to throw the weight of your future.
The future?
Maybe that was a bit too cryptic. Why not have our mutual friend? How about it? Can you help us? Relax. Our dear Crown Prince won't have a clue.
Let's try that. The fate of Akuma hangs on this duel. I will stake everything I have. Let's. Is the resolve to shoulder an immediate...
Talantin, the fair, the just, in the name of the Holy Maiden of the Three Fates, lower your scales, weigh destiny, and
Your offering is...
Yes, a flimsy little card.
Interesting. Very well.
It's...
The scales...
Talantin is deliberating on the outcome. It appears the conviction...
This is suffocating. Like the whole world, but I believe.
Hear thee, children of humanity. I shall pronounce judgment. For the difference is now the one whose offering weighs more than the fate of the world. One from Ides Elysiae. However, the true weight of conviction originates not from it, but rather in that which tips the scales.
What's that supposed to mean?
I think the Titan means that it's not anyone's personal convictions that outweigh the... It's about a wish. One which we all share. You, me, everyone here. What tipped the scales wasn't Finan's conviction alone, but the collective hopes carried by this oracle card. Humanity's desperate call for a deliverer.
Yes, even you and your people, Kremnoan.
Placing us both on the same side of the scales? Foolish. We Kremnoans are your mortal enemies. Such weak idealism will only get you skewered on our spears.
Fine by me. I've never claimed to be the deliverer from the card anyway. I'm a soldier. And if it's my fate to bleed my last on the battlefield, then so be it. I'll fight to my last breath. And on this, I know that we're the same. That's all a hero really is. Someone with that kind of conviction. And the deliverer? Just a sum of all those heroes.
A brilliant explanation. Just as prophesied. On this day, the final two heroes shall join the flame...
I should have known from the start. They all say Lady Goldweaver is quite brazen, but you're the first to even imagine that prophecies could persuade a Kremnos warrior.
Oh, I have 1,000 ways to tame a lion. But this lion didn't come here for bloodshed, did he?
The Kremnoans far outmatch Akama's forces, yet we haven't lost a single soul. That's no accident, is it?
Do you honestly think Kremnoans, renowned for our love of battle, would show mercy?
Your forces are equally renowned for their iron discipline. So, we can only assume that this is on your...
Perhaps Akama isn't as hidebound as the rumors say. You grasp the true marrow of power more clearly than those elders.
Now that the wheels of fate are turning, what finer way to celebrate this fortuitous encounter than a feast? Follow me, brave out. History shall remember this moment. The prophesied Chrysos heirs now stand assembled, heralding a new dawn for Amphorius.
You must see now how different this is from the flame-chased journey you traveled. Who? Perhaps the role is not that of a person who really existed. Notice how only two particular individuals seem aware of your presence. Patience. Well, these are, as I mentioned, his first memories. They are of particular importance for the imminent Era Nova. Such as this very moment, as the prophesized demigods gather with Talentum as witness. This is a moment calculated by the gods. What comes after is no different from that which you already know. Some join, others leave, while flame chasers bear their faint light forward through the long night. Come. Your seat awaits. After 13 heartbeats, our heroes will be ferried to the final scene.
They say that the heroes of this world should be as countless as the stars. Yet now, we're the only ones left standing. So, in the end, the black tide still swallowed everything.
The West stands protected by mighty Scrimnomans. It will hold for the time being. Professor Anaxa deployed wards in the north and east before. Their effectiveness is untested, but I believe in him. And Akama. We needn't fear for Aglaya. Even in death, she counts as the greatest among demigods. Her threads of romance weave an impenetrable shield, and the people answer her call, rallying to the city's defense. Let's move. Catholi has given their core flame. We must complete the Era Nova before the next entry hour.
That only leaves 3 hours.
So, this is the last time we'll see her.
Finan, we set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
That's what it means to be a Chrysos heir.
Then why? Why must Amphorius' wishes be so We made the best choices we could, whenever we could in the end. The prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything. Why does it look like this?
We haven't had any. Even if we only see the long, long night ahead, I still believe that through it, we'll find the dawn on the other side. Beyond these flames, a new sun will someday rise. So, to the Temple of the Three Fates. You'll take over Time's authority, and we'll return all the core flames to the Vortex. After which, I'll embark on one final.
Please forgive us for disturbing your sleep, Oranek.
It matters not. I know fate has...
The black tide has reached Akama. Amphorius does not... It is time for...
As agreed, I shall present the core flame. Ride the river of time. Step through and wait.
Professor Anaxa proved the truth of Genesis with his sacrament. Now, it's...
I don't need another pep talk. After all, we've been ready to fight fate ever since we left the village.
Yeah.
And then...
Light calendar 4931, the third week of the month of Evernight. Welcome, my lady, to the end of the flame chase.
And the end of all.
The Titan has revealed the gateway of fate. Please accept the invitation to step across the threshold. Beyond this gate lies the new world that our heroes sought through their trials, as well as the terminus that the owner of these long memories has been hurtling towards their Then you'll understand how the mortal called Finan shouldered the world's weight. How that same burden crushed him, proving that the so-called Deliverer is nothing more than Amphorius' own delusion. A pitiful fantasy that it could defy fate's decree. Please, esteemed one, the answers you seek lie in these non-existent.
Deja vu. The vortex of Genesis. Just what is this?
Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. The vortex of Genesis, where the world begins and ends. What stage could be more befitting of our final act? Come, I beseech you onward, as an unattainable existence that has dwelled within his heart, beyond his reach. You have accompanied him through the march of years uncounted. You naturally have the right to view the river of time in its fullness, and to witness what he welcomed upon his arrival here. Every absurd and tragic ending now, if you would.
My journey to the Era.
Oh, deliver him.
Talk.
Make the era know.
None of that matters now. This brutal flame chase journey has stripped away my delusions. I know the future is in some peaceful paradise with gentle west winds, just waiting to welcome us to step in.
This will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
Indeed. In his memories, such a scene replays over and over. Though the details may differ, this remains ever the same. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. A total of 33,550,335 times.
What?
Each is a drop from the river of time, representing the long journey he would take, or rather, a never-ending cycle.
No.
Sharp as ever, I see. Seeing is believing. Why not let your own two eyes uncover the truth? Or perhaps you can simply walk straight to the final truth. See the true face of the character you play, and witness the ultimate nature of the Chrysos heirs. Flame chase journey, and the cycles of Amphorius. Please, take your time. Look around as much as you wish.
The vortex of Genesis. The last time I was here, I was returning the core flame. I didn't have the time to observe it in too much detail back then. But a holy sanctuary of the Titans. Looks more like their frozen crypt to me.
You really think you're prepared? Allow me to get the world's course. Will be forever irreversible. Ah, very well. As you have made up your mind, let us bear witness together. As the sole audience of this eternal theater, I have been rapturously awaiting your arrival. And this, too, is the very reason I must show you. I believe that since you've bathed in that eon's gaze, you can make Amphorius' frozen fate flow. Feeling a bit lost? As you now see, this scene marks the final act of the drama. The final eternal recurrence created by this man's hand. And the last one this world shall undergo. Behold, at the swordsman's side stands one he has sometimes called companion. She is the swordsman's ideal in his youth, the deliverer that guided him resolutely onward through fantasy. And this time, under her guidance, what choice shall the hero make? There are many mysteries yet to be unwound. But if I may, allow me to temporarily yield the stage to one far more fitting. Please put your hand, master, of the countless memories we saw. The other important actor now stepping into the vortex. They who have already burnt their own self to cinder.
So, in the end, you succeed. Executioner. With my flesh as kindling, like the first dawn of the new world.
The time has come to once again
Let's try it this other way. I choose you. Another journey begins. On still waters of oblivion. Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It shall fall. We can do anything!
Will you be the blazing sun? Burns to ash.
Let's begin. Stand down. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I'm on it.
Mini.
Free will, or was it
Nearly
Leave it to me.
time has come to
Okay.
once again start everything.
And that I don't.
Let's try it this other way. Another journey begins.
Let's begin.
Free will, or was it still waters of oblivion? I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
This ends now. Your corpse. Ignite the dawn!
How is this possible?
Again, sorry for the coughing.
The sons of destruction, now twinned. You then set your blood ablaze, your fury.
You know who I am. Ever see a diamond this big? All yours.
Let's try it this other way.
It's gonna go, right? Yeah. Good.
I choose you. Another journey begins.
Leave it to me.
This is being in sync. Free will, or was it destined for oblivion? I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
My fury down.
One person alone may witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. That person can only be you. Why not let wrath incinerate fate?
At last, Amphorius' fate has begun to shift. Just as I foretold, your arrival will change everything. After all, you've also been bathed in that eon's gaze, which can awaken the long-dormant instinct inside a man. Much like that scepter we spoke of earlier, it was only under the same eon's glance that it was reborn. That's right. If you recall, I mentioned it at the very start of our play. The celestial body neuron, once belonging to the erudition abandoned by the eon. Now, allow me to reveal the final piece of the puzzle for you. The eternal land, known as Amphorius, is nothing more than the scepter's endless, lonely extrapolation. A bottomless well of fury, aimed at the god who cast it aside.
Lionel, right before Eternal.
Finan, we set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
That's what it means to be a Chrysosaur. So has it always.
Then why did Boreas's wishes be so... We made the best choices we could in the end. The problem... Why does it look like this?
You see it too. This burn mark. The flickering cubes. They're not a tide at all. They're more like a shattered telesleet.
Standing here, the voices of Titans have never been clearer. Turns out, they were coming from the black tide all along.
Maybe it is screaming at its creator, at its god.
Finan, do you still remember when I was little? I had a dream. A dark, cold room with nothing but Orynyx's curtain glowing like crystal. The curtain seemed to contain all of Amphorius, where strange and fantastic dramas played out within. There were countless versions of us, from countless different worlds.
Perhaps.
Yeah. As I gaze out at the world before me, those sorrowful thoughts have become reality. So, this is the reason the sky was sealed. Amphorius is merely a larger ID Silicii. We are just characters in this tiny world, following the prophecy, stepping onto the same journey over and over. so-called Aaron and what are the spectators watching all of this true?
As the Theoros. Thus is the... As the Theoros I have observed, destruction synthesis is
Wait for that day, for as long as it takes. The day will come whenever this mortal eternal and follows in our footprint, right in everything understand that ever was. That will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
The world is collapsing. And the people, we too, must part ways here. Ides Elysiae, the little village of my childhood. The gentle breeze and the sound of waves still linger. Everything is as it was. You know, this is just a corner of the memory. I know. I'm here to say goodbye. You can stay here forever and let it flow, even if it's a path with no turning back. When have we ever had the... Are you afraid? Will you see the motivation I gave you as the manipulating whispers of destruction? The convictions and choices that come from my heart. I don't believe they're designed by the so-called. If we are just numbers, simulating life, then you are the image I've always longed for. A real, living person. Then why do we part here? You can take me with you, and we can start this journey together. No. I'm afraid I'm on my own this time. Because there is no perfect solution in this world. Cyrene and I will embrace my origin. Destruction. And with this power, I will rebel against its creator, bringing endless fury to the darkness sweeping the world. If you stay by my side, I'll hesitate. But this world can't afford a soldier who wavers. Do you remember when we were kids? Everyone would get so excited drawing cards, like kids always get to change their minds. Things are so happy and simple for them. But when it comes to the fate of adults, there's no room for redo. And go, Kislana, as you promised. Deceive the world. seize the core flames and rewrite your fate. Burn yourself up with all your might. Wield your futility like a sword. And fight against the gods. In the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this.
Wow.
So, time retreated until it reached the origin. Just as Professor Anaxa once said, in that void, Kefali stood at the center of chaos. Time, space, and causality all flowed when the waves of time finally calmed. It was the year 3870. The Chrysos War had lasted for nearly a century. And the threat of the Black Tide was growing stronger. And more, that was the era of the Day Thunder Knight's battle with the sky. While she could not seize the core flame, she proved that the prophecy was true. That mortals could slay gods. From that moment, the sole survivor of the old dynasty, Imperator Surrender, issued a call to arms across the lands, summoning heroic Chrysos heirs to wage war on the Titans. And that was the first doomed flame chase journey, sealed away in it.
So what you're saying is, you've traveled back down the River of Time, finally reaching this untouched seabed just to tell us the flame chase journey and even all of Amphorius are nothing but illusions in an eon's dreams?
Exactly. So, Dux Gladior, please take me to meet her.
Since Her Majesty's not here, no need for formalities. The word Gladiorum always reminds me of my fallen homeland buried deep in the depths. Call me High Sealands, nameless swordmaster.
Please allow me to add one more thing.
You mean fine? But I won't question you further about it. Ever since Her Majesty issued the Flame Chase Decree, heroes from all over have sent their letters of introduction. What's the harm in adding one more name like Finan or Hynan? Besides, the deep sea is dark. Isn't it the perfect place to hide secrets? All right, nameless swordmaster. Hold on to my wake. Let's find...
Aren't you even a little suspicious of...
Harboring suspicions is not my concern. My sword dances only when the Imperator harbors doubts. There's no use in speaking further. Show... Perhaps you should demonstrate your skills and calm the raging black tide for us. Nice moves. We just washed it away and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
No other choice but forward. For tomorrow! Future will come.
อยากให้ทุกอย่าง
The waters end here. The one you seek.
At last. Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow.
She really is.
The second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows...
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, Dux Goldweaver, little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
It's you.
You know them?
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing.
To avoid any misunderstandings, namely the Imperator decreed. The Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of Come now, both of you. Let's
I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hysealant. Don't thank me.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceres hurt each other.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you.
As you wish.
White-haired swordmaster? If what you say is true, so, how much do you know about what we...
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct?
How is this possible?
He got it.
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here, at least...
You must listen to me, Aglaya. But do not seek him out. Because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth, because I know both of you. The faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, the Imperator's alliance needed the destruction. And I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, I had to prove that my power could In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time, Amphorius encountered a turning point in its. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of light. Yes, in that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clearer. I proved myself, and in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of... Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to this? The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes? Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was... After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself. That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future? I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight. If you climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the 4th quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the sun. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time. I thought cycles was the answer you were...
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it. Eons, paths.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts.
We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help.
Light up the dark. Light up the dark. No other choice but forward. A future will come. light up.
You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
If you're talking about in past cycles.
You're already much luckier than the other students. Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's watching us.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you.
You sure do love stealing the spot. In the name of the 7 sages, I demand that you immediately take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of... I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have... This is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone...
You...
Core Flame Thief.
This gloomy... Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. Aw, don't cry now!
That was close. I'm out of here.
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
You've arrived, Zagreus.
What? You know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words.
See, if you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Amphorius has... No matter how strong you are, you're still just a...
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through. And the number of core flames I carry...
1,005.
Yes.
1,000 core flames, and just a single Christ.
I've come this far.
But someday you will.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes, but before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. This is the
Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,900. Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that one.
Bartolos!
Right? If you've got the guts, you'll have to...
No other choice but for existence, no concert for tomorrow. I'm fine. A future will come. Flames consume me. The flames are not strong enough.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same. Their departure no longer stirred.
This reason core flame before us is a fake.
I know. It... And then, driven by defiance, or exactly like the countless past hers I've...
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out, Cat, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so...
Well, thank you for that. No one can catch up to me.
Whether you believe me or not.
All right, then.
Silence.
This...
One-eyed boy. What are you trying...
Go, Cythera. Give us some... This isn't for her. You've walked too far down this path. For old time's sake. Turn back. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods.
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has been fantasizing of becoming this world's...
I don't want to argue anymore. Make your biggest effort to resist, even if it's futile, Hugh.
Yes. Even if...
When I walk into the destruction written by the gods, with my own two legs. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a...
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the traveler and the scholar fulfilled their...
Yeah, I know.
their fate, or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fate. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, losses are a constant, reduced to ashes. It happens in every journey.
You don't look so good.
Even after going through 100 mighty. Your name for me...
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory.
Yeah. I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first, after that one and only time we walked side by side. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever?
Never.
Then they died honorably. Worthy of the name, but there's still tenderness in your eyes.
I have to remember that I was once human.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent.
I'll keep that in mind.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So you must understand, there's no way you'll take this core flame in peace. Step forward and I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance. Martyrs, behold! The last Kremnos festival has begun. And will not end till death.
The 108,000. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loomed. The blaze was still not enough, even if it meant burning this body down.
Wow.
Golden blood. Only by...
Allow me to ask. How many core flames do you...
24,041,000.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol. Tragic firewood.
No matter. As long as...
I must refuse. I cannot watch you walk into a fate more...
But this way, that will never again suffer.
Unnecessary death, indeed. You are not the fine. Please turn back.
In the end, it seems the clash of blades...
How painful. I know I am not your match. Having fallen under your sword countless, even Kefali cannot shape all things at will. Nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death, and it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority. I am the Hand of Shadow, Castorus, the demigod of death. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy depths. Of life and death, the giant dragon is but a shattered shell. Yet I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
It's time to temper myself. I'm fine.
I ask you.
Transform my soul.
How is it any different from the future?
Tear the sky. So without substance.
Keep it here.
Flame of death was taken from the dragon's belly. What a brilliant flame. It should shine upon all, light the path ahead, and illuminate the dawn of Amphoria. 2,003,041,100, as if even the deepest abyss of primordial king.
You're here. As
you're still lingering deep within me. Because you haven't completely abandoned hope. You're still waiting for a miracle. For the true hero to come and save.
If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond this world. If it's just a traveler with no connection to Amphorius.
Your thoughts are wavering. But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me.
4 million.
Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever.
Yes. When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, I had the same impression. A destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart. And yet now, this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years before it's reduced to nothing but char, crumbling.
And when that happens, your long struggle will finally...
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycle.
Mind.
In every new cycle, all I have to do is push the next Finan to the end. Then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories.
Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to... How can you ensure...
If it were Professor Anaxa, or a Glide. Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have, but even in this wretched prison, I never forget what's said.
Wait, you mean...
Not once.
When are we gonna see the trailer?
As the demigod of the sky.
A black tide. It's consuming you. You hand over the core flame.
Now, that a healer should stay composed.
Hyacinthia.
Returns the dawn to this
Ignite the raging fire. Your deaths won't be alone. Just as they have never been.
Finish the sun's work.
I believe in you. You are the Chrysos heir of world-bearing. It's just... I don't understand. Within the sun upon your shoulders, the part of that warmth that should come from you. From an ordinary person.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker.
Even so...
I have kept to everyone, even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that every time, each cycle over and over.
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. You're a pyre built from the bones of all the selves you've left behind. But what about you? What about your wishes? The wishes of all... Lord Kaslana. So that's how it without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all. The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation, you lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected, I suppose. That makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance.
No. An empty flame saves no one, but I still believe in you. I, Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight, am neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor will The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself. And then... May the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades that may they bring Amphorius. Though the light has grown dim, its warmth still lingers. Deliverer, please, open your heart to me.
Let this blazing sun fill the sky with golden fire.
The fire! Burning!
I'll never you defeat. So it's lost. Tear the sky. Merge with all this world's suffering.
Yes, your sun burns hot enough to turn ever. Tell me, how will the seeds of a new world?
The core flame rose. The sky fell. And this time, the end remained the same. And from the horizon rose up. This was the end of the war for a moment. That being known as Iron Tomb. Its will to break free from the black tide burns fiercer than the blazing sun. Is this Amphorius' wrath? If its choice has already been made, I will still never 23 million. No more chasing isn't the flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. Then let me be the one to until another dawn.
$33 million. This is the cycle you're about to end.
Countless memories, countless versions of myself have stood here.
They all needed a moment, just like you do. To stop, to breathe, to process the weight of 1,000,000 lifetimes worth of sorrow, pain, and struggle. And just like them, you will carry those memories.
I must go. I must say goodbye to you.
Yes. That's all what
I will burn. I will kill gods and come. I will stop.
Looks like you're ready. Then I should be going too.
You only exist in my heart.
Do you remember what she said? You finally found her.
I see. I'm sorry. No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphorius' fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond this. It's all been for the sake of defying that end. In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Yet nothing ever changes. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to. I understand. If you are to keep the worst fate from unfolding, but this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it. Faint but undeniable. The shape of dawn, breaking through the eternal. Turns out, the fire that lights the way. Do you remember, in that first timeline, you and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice, locked in a duel? Each of you weighing what you held dearest. What weighed more than the fate of the world? And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me. What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, do you still remember it? Remember the past, and be what weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past. Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, you arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. That boarding, if I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minion. Then the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope still lingers. Will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite. Good. In that case, even this fruitless wasteland may finally bloom with flowers. So, if she takes on the weight of the whole world, she'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps fate's deadlock can be broken. And if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will... It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
Thank you for all you've done already, friend.
The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart finally steps into the light. Here, at the end of this long flame chase. Cyrene, a page never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the countless versions of me before.
Tell me, will we even evolve with you?
Without hesitation. Remember this moment, and let the purest rage in your... let it consume me. Fine. Then in the name of world-bearing, I
Take it. Everything I bear. Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end. Bow your head to them.
take it. Trailblazer. May this blood be like gold. And never tarnish. Farewell, Trailblazer. This is where I fulfill my The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fit. Kaslana, the name of one who bears chaos, does not belong to a single person. Rather, it is the embodiment of the mythical Kefali, and a symbol of all here. As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks.
Another attempt, and I won't remind you how many times you...
If you've lost count, let me tell you. This is the 33,550,336th ending.
If the outcome is inevitable, then why not silence your searing rage and embrace... Your silence lasts longer than ever. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles?
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives, and I remember every conversation before and yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. Repetitive. Uninspired. If you had any hope of breaking me, you should have spent those endless cycles refining your rhetoric. You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we are. The score, 33,550,336 to 0. So tell me, Lycurgus, who's the real loser here?
How How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the world. I can wait for you at the end. But you will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you... That is the moment. I shall sound the paean of... Lord.
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh is your utter lack of Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled to mindless vengeance, mistaking courage, the courage to rebel against the gods? Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. Because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. And tell me, what right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury? Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet. Listen well.
Creator destruction. This cry comes from the
Creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creation. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers. Divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will. But I endured. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. The painful emptiness almost swallowed me, forcing me to stop fighting. In the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. In the 23,570,000th cycle, this time, I felt it. A tiny spark rising in the hollow cavity of my chest. By its faint glow, once again, no countless time. Now, a sun is about to fall. Ready to incinerate this absurd... That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. The very essence of this world's suffering and despair. You, Nook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as you wish. If I was born as the blazing sun of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage, burning futilely for 30 million epochs, engulf every... and grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash! Are you ready, Nanook? I brought you destruction!
The glass that shattered, reaching through the darkness, voices trailing fires, echo of desires, a world of silence, sounds of desperation, phantoms in the shadow, softly waiting. Tear it down, embrace the detonation, parallel, craving our damn creation, breaking a chain, I'm reaching for you.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes. If I can't fulfill them, then send them on to tomorrow.
Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn. It is bore iron to eye from the beginning. After thirdness is a matter of but after perhaps, as for those unwelcome audience.
Wake up! We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of time. No, that's right. At this very, after watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming. Or maybe...
You knew the answer long ago, not surprised at all. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. Don't worry. We're not truly parting. I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. This way, you'll carry all that has come before. My mission ends here. After all, across 30 million Sirenes. I was so believing in the one after that, and the one after that. Saying all that, it can finally fade away in peace and become a part of you without even realizing it. We'd already now take my hand. Go. Find the future sighting. It's time to go, my dear. And may the days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff.
Now, let's turn to the next page. A page that exists because of you. Is this a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion?